Hello there guys! Today I'm introducing you to a game by the name of Super House of Dead Ninjas. It's a game published by Adult Swim, based off an old Flash game, but with a whole lot of new added content. While the original took place in a big tower that's still there, this one also has a whole new additional tower, as well as the possibility of user-made towers. You go down said tower in an action platforming style. You need to get to the bottom and kill some bad guys on the way. The closest thing I can think of to compare the game to would probably be Spelunky. But it's obviously a lot more brutal and a lot more combat focused for sure. It's also very old school, both in its looks and in its playstyle. And especially in the little details, like the big crazy looking magic beam you can randomly just summon down at any point. There's a cool little comic included in the game that explains the game's story and why you are diving through this tower. But story is obviously not the most important thing in the game at all. The gameplay is key, and as that main focus, it should be good. And to the right player, I believe it is pretty good to awesome. I think I'm the right player. I am enjoying this game quite a bit. Combat involves whacking things with your sword, using some limited throwing shurikens and bombs, and occasionally just avoiding said combat altogether. You are a ninja after all. All of it is very fast paced, as most enemies go down in a couple hits, and you're in trouble if they hit you. You're also somewhat forced to play in a fast-paced way, since eventually a big ghost will come down and one-shot you. If you take too long going down the tower, you have a timer in the bottom right corner of your screen, and if you don't get to a certain point to reset that timer, you get one-shot. There's also a big speed bonus for combos. Basically, if you kill enough in a row, at least from what I can gather, you basically go all Super Saiyan mode and for a while can just murder everything, and it encourages you to just jump from kill to kill. And so doing well in the game is a mix of learning how to face different parts of the game, although the exact manner of facing them is randomized somewhat, and just learning to control your character precisely. You have a lot of movement control, being able to jump, double jump, and wall jump. So with enough skill, you can probably just dance around all the enemies. However, combat has its rewards, and it's just too fun and satisfying to skip. Speaking of those rewards, there are plenty of unlockables to choose from whenever you start a new game. There are different weapons of all types. You can have a bunch of different swords, or they're not all swords, you can whips and all kinds of things. You can get all kinds of different throwing weapons, different kinds of bombs, and a few different kinds of magic spells that you can use. You can also get all kinds of different bonuses to your character and wear different color suits. And that kind of goes towards there being a real level of variety in the game, both between sections and between playthroughs. It's a good thing too, as enjoyment from this kind of game does come in multiple plays. If you actually just rush through the game and don't manage to kill yourself, a full playthrough might take, I don't really know, maybe half an hour? But in practice, you end up playing a lot more than that. Unless you're some sort of super skilled gaming monster, you end up dying a lot. 3 lives and you restart. On the other hand, it's quite possible once you get to a certain level of the tower to restart at that place. There's 3 different levels inside the tower where you get kind of a checkpoint and can just restart from there. Those 3 points kind of mark the 3 different sections of the tower, and each section, from what I can tell, has a boss. So you end up having to fight 3 bosses, and then you're done. I still haven't managed to beat the final boss of the game. I'm not really sure how to do so. I've gotten to him a few times, and he's just managed to crush me. But all the boss fights are kind of challenging and they are randomized, but a lot of fun. I checked out the online Flash version of the game, and it's the same gameplay and all minus the extra content. so go play it for yourself for free, but it's an excellent product and well worth supporting the devs. Super House of the Dead Ninjas is an awesomely fast-paced, difficult game that feels seriously old school in its audio, visuals, and gameplay. I'm not even that attached to that kind of style. People that grew up with that kind of thing will probably love it even more than me. So I can't do anything but recommend the game. I will link to the online Flash version and where you can buy the full product at a good price right now. That is about all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more variety gaming content, you can subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I've been Maple Dungeons, and I will see you next time.
Hentai. Game over.